shit, that's even worse. So Payday 2 was recently started to be updated again, meaning either new players are coming to the game or old players are returning. In either case, there are many comments on my old videos around do these builds still work or what do some of them even mean. There are 21 perk decks in this game. Holy shit. And I accept the challenge of creating a build for each one of them, so some will probably be shit, but at least I tried. All builds will be based around use on the highest difficulty with 1 down activated, because let's be honest, if you play any difficulty less than death sentence 1 down, you're a pussy. Just kidding, it is difficult, and if you have a shit build and no friends, so I'm going to try and help with at least one of those. As far as friends go, you'll have to figure that one out yourself, or at the very least send me a friend request or join my live stream and find some good players in the chat. All that being said, there's absolutely going to be some crossover on some of these builds. I think I can pretty much say now that every one of them will have Inspire aced, and more than likely with Dr. Bags and 100% with 9 lives aced. Everything else is pretty much up for grabs. I'm also making these builds using a high infamy with all skill tier reductions in place. If you have no idea what that even means, then there's an old video that I made linked in the description and the thumbnail is now on screen. I'll also give the highlights of what the perk deck actually does and then show some gameplay of me trying the build at the end of the video. On top of that, I will give some tips on the maps that particular build is more suited for, seeing as you know this is a guide and all. As I work through the different builds, I'll also link them in the description for you to be able to choose the other ones to view, and also have clickable links at the end of each video. Make sure you click the like button if you like this video, and if you think this video is shit, then click it anyway because it's really good for my ego. With that out of the way, let's get into this perk, and the perk deck in this video will be Grinder. There are many builds available to make in Payday 2. There are many perk decks in Payday 2. There is only one perk deck in Payday 2 that has a social networking app for gay, bi, and trans people named after it.
Oh wait, the app wasn't named after the perk deck?
No.
Was the perk deck named after the app?
No.
What I'm saying is just bullshit?
Yeah, okay. Grinder, the perk deck, was introduced in Payday 2 in 2014 during the Crime Fest event and has since gone through many buffs and nerfs, making it overpowered, then useless, to overpowered, and then usable. When released with the so-called character pack, the description read as follows: a typical grinder is a hard-working individual, able to take control of difficult situations and turn them around.
Are we sure it's not the app again?
Yes. Okay. The premise behind this deck is simple. Your character regenerates health based on the damage you inflict, so being out front and fighting is the way to go. This deck also has some health increases baked into the perk deck, 40% to be exact, along with a 30% increase in chance of piercing enemy armor. 2 things to note about this deck is 1, it only works when wearing either the 2-piece suit or lightweight ballistic vest, and 2, you only get health based on damage you inflict, so the damage converted jokers do not count. Before we get into the build itself, this one can obviously take many turns. In the spirit of not using the exact same weapons for each one of these build videos, we'll try to have some variety and fun. We all know that the ISMA shotgun is pretty decent. For this build, we'll stay away from it, although it is tempting. The tactic I'll be looking at here is to create a basis for a build for you to try and see if you like it. Of course, it won't be for everyone, but it is a fun alternative on just running the OP strats all the time. Today, we're going to go with fire. Taking something that burns, and I don't mean when you pee. Along with critical hit skills can really set this build on fire. Sorry. But the damage over time that fire creates fills your health bar as fast as a bad fart in a phone booth. Again, so sorry. I'll also throw some alternatives at you if you're just too much of a bitch to try this one out, and also some other skills that I trialed and tested along the way. For the primary, we're going to go for akimbos. I considered double flamethrowers here, but that's just really a novelty build and needs something kind of strong to make this somewhat viable. The Grimms don't have the best damage, but they do benefit from good ammo pickup rates and will bolster the damage with some designated skills, and then it will of course benefit from the crit skills we grab for the fire. I modded my bad boy like this for high concealment. For the secondary is the flamethrower, simply modded like this, again for high concealment. What I realised while testing this is that you don't need to hold the trigger down on this, just short bursts suffice and you rarely run out of ammo. For throwable, I tried, man. I wanted to keep the fire theme. I think that's enough with the explosions. But 3 Molotovs just don't cut it. If you want to keep that theme, then go ahead. I just love concussions, what they allow you to do and the amount of them you get. Shurikens are good as they do also deal damage over time and you pick them back up, so it's a nice alternative, but still concussions for me. Deployable, of course, on this one will be Dr. Bags. Armor of choice will be the lightweight ballistic vest, good mobility, extra armor, and we'll have some skills to increase its concealment and armor stats along the way. Remember, only this vest and the 2-piece suit work with this perk deck, although I do hear that ICTV Grinder grinder is pretty overpowered and may break the game. For the skills in the mastermind tree, combat medic basic, quick fix ace. Let's just get one thing clear here. Quick fix ace is better than painkiller ace. It's just a fact. Painkiller ace sucks cock. 5 seconds of damage reduction compared to 2 minutes of damage reduction, albeit less of an amount, but the deploy time and fast interaction time of the doctor bag is just essential on high difficulties. I'm just saying. Combat doctor ace, then inspire ace. Inspire is simply the ability to yell at a down player and revive them. Again, essential on higher difficulties. Next is joke skills. Not only do we have 2 converted enemies help fight on our side, but we benefit from a 30% health boost and 10% speed boost. To state this further and actively boost our perk deck health regen, we take hostage taker ace. Having a hostage or converted enemy grants a 4.5% health regeneration on top of the grinder regeneration, really filling up that health bar fast. Just keep an eye on the converted enemies and make sure you have at least one alive at all times. Next, I grab stable shot basic for 1 stray point that I had laying around at the end, boosting my weapon stability or recoil statistic by 8. In the enforcer tree, we bulk up the akimbo Grimms. Underdog basic, shotgun CQB ace for fast reload, close by ace for increased ammo and fire rate, and overkill basic for a 75% damage increase that lasts 20 seconds after initial shotgun kill. Next is resilient ace for flashbang resistance, then die hard ace for ballistic vest armor increase. Then I grab bullseye to be able to land a headshot and get some armor back for all those armor gators out there. In technician, we take nothing and skip straight to ghost. Here we grab duck and cover for stamina, parkour for speed, and then inner pockets to help increase our concealment and land our detection in the sweet spot for critical hits. Speaking of critical hits, we take second wind and optical illusions on the way to get low blow ace. Ace in this requires to get our detection to 25 or below to get the most benefit out of it and achieve a 30% critical hit chance. For reference, critical hits dramatically increase the damage of hits by multiplying the body hits by the headshot multiplier, and headshots by 2 times the multiplier plus the perk deck multiplier. Pretty confusing, but it's worth the points and needed to make the fire viable on this difficulty. If you don't want fire in your build, you may not want low blow at all. Finally, I grab an akimbo skill for stability benefits, but more importantly, 50% more ammo. The last and final skill is of course 9 lives ace for the extra down before custody, a no-brainer for when 1 down is activated. For a couple of alternatives that I tried and tested, I gave akimbo broncos a go, removed all shotgun skills and put them into pistol skills. It worked okay, but I felt it was lacking something. Played around with taking berserker ace, but my aim is to keep my health full, not low, so it barely benefited. Then was Iron Man basic. This was a tough one to give up. Armor goes away fast and 30% more helps. If you can really fit it in, then I would. Lastly, I tried the cavity assault rifle. With its high concealment and damage, it did well, especially with critical hits. This and LMGs would be second place for me as far as weapon choices on this build. LMGs work well with high pickup rates, just no critical hits with such a high detection. Take those 12 low blow points and throw them at Iron Man and your other favorites and you're all set. Before the gameplay, let's talk playstyle and maps. Although dealing damage is the mantra for this build, as it's required to keep your health bar full, be aware that your armor sucks and you have no dodge. A mistimed run out of cover and 2 hits and you're gone. Cover is your friend and courage is your cousin. Does that even make sense? Be brave but not stupid and you'll have fun. Maps to stay away from are obviously super open maps where you can't find cover and get hit from far away. The weapon choices I made don't allow long range attacks and are more up close and personal, so that dictates the playstyle a little more. Undercover rats, big bank heists, etc. all seem to work well here. They can take a mate. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oof. Grimm's are better. Grimm's are better. Grimm's are better than the Broncos for sure.
Let's test your gag reflex.
Oh yeah, dude. These are way better. Wow. That sends one that without 9 lives. Doing it, dude. Oh, dude, I got ripped. The ammo pickup's good with these, dude. Okay. Imagine a stealth version of this. That would be cool, dude. That would be cool. Yeah, dude, the range on these too, man. They're moving the bags. Oof. Oi, stop hitting me, dude. I'm freaking out.